As we know, Israel is the key to prophecy. Jacob's trouble, great tribulation that's coming, it's going to be about them. So it's important that we always watch Israel and what is going on. I try my best to cover as much as I can, but I got some stuff here that I think we should at least know about here. So first things first, taking a look at some of these new government officials that Netanyahu's brought in. We've got Israel Finance Minister. I apologize with names. If you've been here before, you know I'm terrible at this stuff. Bezalel Smotrich. We're just going to call him Smotrich because I think that's easier to to do. So, Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich has withheld $39.6 million. So $39.6 million, you can transfer that to their currency amount in tax revenue from the Palestinian Authority as a punishment for what he's saying lawfare or like law warfare type of thing against Israel at the International Court of Justice. So right off the bat, we're already seeing a more aggressive push towards Israel's enemies from this guy, Smotrich. And we know one of the main tasks he's going to be put up for is getting the war machine economy going for Israel. But he's already taking a fight against the Palestinian Authority by withholding tax revenue that's supposed to go from Israel to the Palestinian Authority. And he's claiming because of the lawfare, the law warfare that they've been putting on against Israel in an international court of justice, this is going to be their punishment. So we're already kind of seeing a shift compared to the past governments that we've had where they've just let things go. So Smotrich is planning to send that money instead to the victims of the Arab terrorism. I also appreciate this, that they're not even calling them Palestinians. They're actually calling them Arabs, which, if you know, there's really no such thing as Palestine. They are Arabs. So he's planning on sending that money to the victims of the Arab terrorism and to help and it's also to help defund the Palestinian Authority's pay to slay program. So basically what is going on is this money is getting sent from Israel to the Palestinian Authority, and what they're doing is they are incentivizing terrorists to go in and start attacking Israel or Israelis, and they're paying them basically with the money that comes from Israel. Well, he's putting a knock on that, and so he's not only going to send that money to the victims of those who have been affected by the terrorism, but now he's using it to defund that pay-to-slay programs. Smotrich publicly stated that the Palestinian Authority must determine if it wants to continue to exist. If so, they will begin to focus on the Arabs in Judea and Samaria rather than funding terror. So basically he's saying if you choose to exist, if you still want to exist, you need to take this money and actually use it to benefit the people that are in Judea and Samaria rather than funding terror. Because as we know, the people who live in that area, they are getting Israel is getting blamed for the conditions, the living conditions in that area, and so he's basically just calling it out, saying no, that's not how this is working. Smotrich has also said if they do not wish to exist, they will return to being Israel's enemy. They're technically an enemy now, but I think that's just kind of one of those hidden threats there, where if we actually want to call you an enemy, it's not going to be a good day for you. Smotrich also continued to say that Israel is done financing the Palestinian Authority's terror while pretending to be partners. Previous Israeli governments continued to play the game of best interest for Israel, while Smotrich shot it down immediately, saying the funding the enemy is not in Israel's best interest. So basically, again, this is kind of taking a shot not only at the Palestinian Authority, but this is also taking a shot at the previous government, where they, even though they knew this pay-to-slay program and all this stuff was going on, they claimed it was in Israel's best interests to just continue to fund them and allow this to go on. They were weak. They had no backbone, and they funded this stuff. And Smotrich has basically come in and said that is no longer going to happen. So this first move that he's made on this is pretty significant. Will this hold? We just have to wait and see. Right now, though, it looks like they're already taking a serious, firm stance on this. And then we've got Palestinian Authority Prime Minister Mohammed Shaitia. I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name, guys. I'm sorry. He warned, and he had an interview with left-wing Israel news source Haaretz. He warned in that interview those new sanctions would lead to the new government's collapse. So he's saying if you want to hold this aggressive stance against the Palestinian Authority, your government's probably not going to survive it. We'll see. Like I said, this is the first move, and this is rather quick after these new officials have been getting into office. Smotrich here is definitely an aggressive guy. He does not, he's not taking this stuff lightly. Will it continue? Will this start fracturing things? As we know, Israel's government, even though it may seem strong on occasion, on a rare occasion, there's always cracks involved because of how it's built and how many people are in there and all the self-interests that they want and all that stuff. So we just got to see what's going to happen with this. But right now, this is a really good first step. This is a really good first step. I'm digging this finance minister that's been picked. Now, continuing on with some of these new guys going into office for Israel, this new governmental overhaul also includes a new defense minister. His name is Gallant. I'm not sure that's how you pronounce that last name. That's how I'm going to pronounce it, Gallant. So, Netanyahu has made it quite clear that eliminating Iran's nuclear program is priority 1A. Priority 1B would be establishing peace with Saudi Arabia. Those were the two main points when he was preparing before the elections and everything. When he was talking, 1A was knocking out Iran's nuclear program, and 1B was peace. So he's made it quite clear. He's done a lot of talking, a lot of threats and everything like that. Of course, politicians love to talk. We still have to wait and see if there's going to be action. Finance Minister Smotrich already making bold moves that match Bibi's threats. New Defense Minister Gallant is the man to lead the offensive the same way. Now, who is Gallant? Gallant is known to be, and there was many generals, many servicemen, and many military correspondents that were asked about this new defense minister because they wanted to get an idea on this guy. Well, Gallant is known to be the toughest and most aggressive general that Israel has seen in ages, and they say it's not even close. This dude, the best way, from what I've read from this guy, the best way I can put it is we talked about how Putin assigned quote-unquote General Armageddon to take over the Ukraine stuff. He's super aggressive, very tactical, kind of does some questionable stuff on occasion to get things done. Well, Gallant seems to be the same way. He's kind of Israel's own General Armageddon. He's aggressive and intelligent and very brave, and if the call for either precision strikes or an all-out war, Gallant is the exact man you want leading it. That's what they're claiming about this guy. He's not going to back down. No matter what, if you want to press the button, he's first in line to press the button. Gallant is smart but will take risks. Other generals won't and will not fall under pressure or even second-guess his moves. So there's going to be none of this, well, this is risky, I don't know if we're going to do it. He's going to sit there, he's going to think about it. If it fits what he thinks is going to work, he's going to pull the trigger. That's what they're calling with this guy. So if you want a war, it sounds like this is the guy that you want leading that war. So the question is Netanyahu willing to pull the trigger? That's what we're waiting for. That is the big question mark in all this. He's got the guys there that seem like they're ready to make these moves and get this stuff done. But it's ultimately up to Bibi here if he's really going to make that decision. So we just got to wait and see. We got to wait and see what's going to happen.